guys can see, I am not in my SF apartment. I'm actually back home with my parents, and I feel like I owe you guys an explanation. So basically, alright, so here's the deal. It's about 8:07 a.m. Gotta move out of here in like 15 to 20 minutes. I spent most of last night packing up everything, but there's a lot of stuff that we have to do left before we can go. If you clicked on this video because of the title, I will explain in a little bit. Since we're in a rush, I'm gonna get all this sorted out first. Cue the montage. I know I'll see you again. Peace out, guys. Okay, bro. Bye. We are done after about 30 minutes. Not too bad. I'll get some breakfast now. Okay, we just finished loading everything up, finished packing. Apartment is clean. Said goodbye to the roommate. But before we head home, I really wanted to let my parents try arsicault, which is like one of my favorite bakeries in SF. My dad is keeping watch at the car, so we're just gonna grab a couple croissants and then head back. Maybe do a little taste test. Can I say hi? It is Saturday morning, so I'm already seeing that there's a huge line. But what I learned is that these lines go by really fast, so. Huge line. Then I'll do a ham and cheese croissant. Do you want anything else? Could you take a look as well? Like,
Yeah. One plain, one sweet, one almond.
yeah. Thank you. I'm so excited for my mom to try these. One thing about her is that she loves pastries. What is that? Plain croissant?
Ham and cheese?
Oh, ham and cheese.
So
Show the
good.
camera.
Crispy. Better than porridge.
That is good. Ooh, cold brew latte. Okay, thanks.
커피도 맛있어.
What is it?
Cranberry coconut scone.
Very crispy.
맛있지.
Everything here is so crispy. Yeah. This is a regular croissant.
Thank you. Yum, yum.
Right?
Papa said it's better than Paris.
그렇게 얘기하면 they're gonna comment.
Totally.
Yeah.
허니스크림 많이 어떻게?
This is sweet, but it's really good. Ooh. Okay.
Thank you. Crispy. Not that sweet.
Oh, try some. Wow. Right?
Beautiful.
Give me your rating out of 10. Be honest.
9.
Not 9
Okay, I'll give it 9.
out of 10. You guys heard it here, folks. Arsicault Mission Rock. Alright, just finished up at Arsicault. Delicious. Even, actually, just as good as I remember. I feel like I've always had good experiences, so I can't even say that it's better than I remembered. We're kind of in a hurry because we have all my stuff parked up in the car, and like SF is notorious for break-ins. So the plan is to go home and start unpacking and just like settle back in. Once we do that, I'll explain to you guys the title of this video. months ago, I went to this conference in SF. I was still living at home back then, still living with my parents. In the last year with content creation and everything, it was kind of hard to find inspiration and make content in general. And I felt kind of stuck in my life. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to that if you've lived for an extended time with your parents or your family. Love them to death, but you know, some switch up is definitely needed. 2 months ago now, I went to this conference hosted by Notion. It was a tech conference in SF and met 2 other creators there. Around the end, one of them asked me if I'd be interested in taking over his lease at an apartment in SF. But he said I had to let him know that night. I went back home. I weighed out my options. You know, I even recorded like videos of me talking about it. Just got back from the event. It's been less than 10 hours since he first asked me a question, and I said I would let him know by tonight. And I think after, you know, talking to some people and confirming everything on my end, I think I'm gonna go. And yeah, I said fuck it, I was down. And that night I let him know, and in less than 3 days I moved into the city. And what was supposed to be temporary stay for 30 days just so that I could like see if I wanted to move there or not ended up being me staying there for 60 plus days just because I loved it so much. I loved the city, I loved just the environment, and after 30 days I knew that I wanted to stay longer. Fast forward to today, and why I moved out is because I actually have big travel plans coming up in the month of December. So I figured that it would be kind of a waste to extend my lease there and go on this huge travel for like a month plus. Also, while living there, I determined that I probably didn't want to live in that area anymore. I lived in Soma. If any of you guys are from SF or are familiar with SF, you know that it can be pretty hectic over there. So I figured that if I were to move in the next year when I come back from vacation, I can potentially look for different apartments and different stays in different areas that I'd be more interested in staying. So yeah, that is pretty much it. And that is the reason why I moved out of SF after only 60 days. But to me, that was a big step forward because I was only supposed to stay there for 30 days. So extending my lease in itself and doubling the time I was there was definitely not something that I expected, but something that I really enjoyed nonetheless. Today is November 23rd, and this week is Thanksgiving, so it just feels right to be back home with family and spending time with friends and family from home. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything by moving out. I'm moving back home, and I feel like I've had so much growth in the last 2 months that I'm just so grateful for that. I'm excited to show you guys my home routine because I wasn't vlogging when I was living back at home, so I want to show you guys how different it is. Definitely a lot of adjustments to be made, and definitely a huge lifestyle gap that I experienced when I moved back home. Y'all are gonna get accustomed back into my routine with me and just see what it's like. Okay, update. It's been an hour and my room is still a mess. Alright, it is currently 2:38 p.m. I have been kind of overwhelmed with packing, to be honest, or unpacking, sorry. I didn't realize how much stuff I had until now, and I'm the type where like I don't like throwing my clothes away, so I'll either give it away or sell it. But both of those require a lot more work than if I were to just throw it away. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to manage everything and how I want to go about getting rid of old clothes and, you know, keeping my new clothes, because I feel like I've expanded my wardrobe a lot in the last couple months. I'm taking a break right now on unpacking just because I was so tired, and I spent a little bit of time with my family. Now I am sitting in the middle of my room in the middle of all this chaos, just editing a video. I used to find editing to be really tedious. I used to think it was a chore, but now I kind of use it to relax, turn my brain off, and kind of let my creativity shine through. So that's what I'm doing right now. I just want to get all this unpacking stuff and whatnot, you know, sorted out, and I feel like I can truly relax, but it's okay. We'll take it a little slow. Okay. I've been working for the last couple hours now. I just realized it's so cold at home. I forgot how cold it gets here. Got this beanie on, got my coffee right here. It's not really warm anymore, but yesterday was a pretty chill day. After I finished unpacking, I went to the gym with my homie and I got food with another one of my friends. I did not take a video of that for some reason, but I did. And then I got some groceries, came back home and just relaxed. And honestly, it feels really good to be back at home. I feel like I'm settling back into my old routine. I remember before I moved out, I felt really stuck in this routine, but right now it feels more fresh, and I realize that my personality and just the type of person that I am right now is that I need some change in my life, whether it's a change of scenery or a change in what I do day to day. I need that change in my life in order for me to feel like I'm making progress in the things that I want to. It's been exactly a week since I moved back home, so how's it been so far? The first couple of days were a lot of settling in. I still work Monday through Wednesday, but it was super chill. I used that as the opportunity to settle back into my routine, finish unpacking, and see a couple friends, that I haven't seen in a while. That was amazing, that was great. On Thursday, I celebrated Thanksgiving with my family. My entire mom's side has been here in the Bay Area for my entire life, which I've been so grateful for. It's always a good time being with family, and I feel like it takes me away from all the, busyness I experience day to day, and it gives me a second to relax and recharge. On Friday, I ended up just doing some work, editing a video, like getting back into that routine. I had the day off. Yeah, I just used that time to catch up on some work, scout the old neighborhood, and see if anything's changed. On Saturday, I actually went back to the city because I left something in my apartment, which was super inconvenient, but while I was there, I made the most out of it. Went to different cafes and met up with a friend there. And yeah, while driving to the city, I just remember how easy it was to get from place to place when I was living in SF, but now I have to, commute about an hour or so on the weekend. So that is definitely something that's like super apparent to me and something that I've been keeping track of for when I want to move out in the future. Overall, super happy with the timeline and how everything's panned out. I've been saying this to everyone who's kind of been asking me what it's like to be back at home after living out for a couple months. I think the timing is really convenient because it is holiday season. Naturally, I want to be around my family, and I feel like it's more of a cozy vibes instead of like being out there alone and doing my own thing, grinding. And I do have my first marathon in 2 weeks, so I'm using this time to prepare for that as well. Yeah, I'm super excited for these next couple weeks. I'll definitely be making videos on what my day-to-day looks like when I'm at home, because I will say it is pretty different than when I'm living in SF. Definitely way more slow, which I've learned to appreciate over the last couple years. That's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see now that I'm at home. If there's anything you're curious about my day-to-day life. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Peace.